up? I wanted to come on here to talk to you guys. I haven't done a live this weekend, and I keep telling you guys I'm going to do one. And I've been wanting to talk to y'all about this Jenelle Evans returning to Teen Mom Next Chapter. I have thoughts about it, but also life's been crazy. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to come on this morning, not even really think about it, just come on and talk to you guys. And, oh, good morning. Okay, I understand. I know it's early. Early is best for me because if I don't go early, then I'm not going to get anything accomplished when it comes to YouTube stuff. So yeah, I wanted to come on and kind of chit chat with you guys about what is going on with Jenelle Evans, her return to Teen Mom, her separation from David. I mean, look how red this makes my skin. I cleansed my skin last night before bed, but I used these little pads to get in there good in the mornings because it opens my pores so amazing, but it makes my skin is so sensitive, it makes it kind of red. Everything makes my skin red though, but these things work so good to get in the pores and really get the dirt out, you know. Anyways, so yeah, I wanted to come on here to talk to you guys about that. And y'all, the season hasn't even started yet, and she has already started drama. Imagine that. Like, I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it. When I heard that Jenelle was gonna be returning to Teen Mom, my first reaction was, makes sense because views have been down for the show. So of course they are wanting to get the views back up, and Jenelle always brought the views. Jenelle always did. That's how, like, I've told you guys this before. Sorry, I'm trying to find a filter that I like, but honestly, none of these are great. None of these are great at all. Yeah, these suck. Come on, YouTube, we can do better. Do better. Okay, so we're not doing a filter. Anyways, um, so I wasn't shocked in the slightest when it comes to MTV. Good morning, Tracy. I wasn't shocked in the slightest, but I was kind of shocked on Jenelle's end because she has talked so much smack about MTV and about Teen Mom and how they done her, how they treated her. So when I seen that she was going back to the show, I was like, girl, you literally acted as if this show scammed you or something, and here you are returning, like, after all of that trash talking, you know, like, that's crazy to me. But I wasn't shocked, I wasn't surprised, because with her separating from David, you know, I'm sure they jumped right on that because David was always the problem. And as you guys know, we're not fans of David over here. We're just not. But I think the timing of it all, as I've said before, like the separation and the way everything's kind of unfolded when it comes to their separation, it's just very weird to me because we are talking about someone, and I can forgive and forget, move on. It's no big deal. But we're talking about someone who defended this man to the ends of the earth as if he had done nothing wrong throughout this whole situation with Jace. And like, that never made sense to me. And then she stood by him, and I know she's spoken out about a lot of things, and I'm sure on the show we're going to see even more of that. But it's just crazy to me. It's actually crazy to me that she is going back to the show, and that after talking so much crap, it is insanity. So on top of that though, I did see an article. I was kind of doing my research. I haven't been keeping up with all of the drama of everything, so I was doing my research when it comes to Jenelle. I knew she was returning to the show, and before I went live, I wanted to just look to see what is going on. And y'all, it appears that Jenelle is creating drama, and like I said, the show hasn't even the show hasn't even started yet. But this is why MTV wanted her back, because she brings the views. She brings the drama, and she always has. That's all this is about. That's all this is about. And I'm sure it'll work, at least for a season or two. You know, people will watch. People will be all up in the tea to see what is going on. But let me read this article to you, because it appears that she is trying to cause some drama with some of her fellow Teen Mom people, and we're going to talk about it. Okay, so um, it says here that on Instagram she was asked last week if there was any of the Teen Mom cast members that she had issues with, that she was not okay with. And she said yes. She named Chelsea Houska, which we love Chelsea. Okay. She has always been like the least problematic one of all the Teen Moms. And I know she's no longer on the show or whatever, but we love her. We absolutely love her. I do, anyways. And now she has, for those of you who don't know, who haven't kept up with Chelsea since she left the show, she does have a new show with her hubby, he is like the most sweetest person in the world. And what is that show called? It's on HGTV. I'm not saying this, but anyways, let's read this article. This is from, I'll link this below. It's Thanks I Hate It. But I'll link it below for you guys if you're interested in checking it out for yourself. But it says Jenelle Evans is set to return to the Teen Mom franchise. The big news, along with her separation from David Eason, which we are going to be talking about that too. This is just an SPF for those of you that's like, what is she putting on her face? So the big news, along with her separation from David Eason, has been the talk of the internet. Fans and followers aren't the only ones interested. Former co-workers have commented on Evans' recent life developments. Earlier this month, Farrah Abrams slammed Jenelle Evans for returning to the series. Chelsea Houska has commented on her divorce when asked about it as well. But they do this thing, you guys. They do, like, all of these articles and stuff, thank you. It's called Down Home Fat. Thank you, Hate Waiting. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I knew it was something, but I couldn't remember because I seen it advertised the other day. Now, Farrah, we know Farrah is a lot like Jenelle. She loves the drama. She loves to cause she likes to stir the pot, so to speak. She's a big fan of that. And Jenelle is too. Like, they both are. But Chelsea was always so unproblematic, like so unproblematic. So to come at her sideways, it's kind of like low-hanging fruit. You know what I'm saying? But despite that, something that these sources do, they love to do it, is they will kind of egg things on. So about a month ago, when she was on with, let's see here. It does say it here, Hate Waiting, if I just keep scrolling down. Let's see. Does it say what? She had been on, and she was doing an interview for one of these outlets. It doesn't say on here. And they asked her what she thought about Jenelle and David's separation. And she really kept it very short and sweet. She didn't say much at all about it. Literally all she said was that, you know, she was thinking of them, that it's crazy. You could tell that she was clearly taken aback by the question, because she doesn't talk about Jenelle. And she kind of like stuttered a little bit. Like, you could tell she was really, really, really uncomfortable answering it. And stuff, but she admitted in this interview that she had not been in contact with Jenelle. She said she couldn't imagine how difficult the separation had been, especially with it being in the public eye the way it is, and she wished Jenelle well. Everything about that is nice. Everything about that is cool, you know? like the best public statement you could give, to be honest. And for some ungodly reason, Jenelle, because she's Jenelle, bless her heart, like had an issue with it. And I don't understand why, to be honest. Like she completely slammed her on Instagram for it, and it's like, girl, she was nice to you. What are you talking about? Like there's no reasons at all, you know. Um, so when Jenelle was asked about this over on her Instagram last week, she stated that she does not talk to Chelsea, Kaylin Lowry, which we all knew. We knew she didn't. Hey, Pixie, how are you? I think I've asked you this before, Pixie. I know everyone calls you Pixie, but your name, is it supposed to be like, is that how it's supposed to sound out? Is like Pixie? Because I always want to say like Pixie. I don't know why. I know there's not a T in it. Does Jenelle and her mom get along? I haven't seen much, not that I'm aware of. Last time I seen, no. Last time I seen, they were at each other's necks. We covered that a little bit on here a few months ago. Jenelle was trying to accuse Barbara for being the reason that all of this was going on with Jace, and that she was the one leaking everything out about the situation with Jace and his mental health and their custody situation and CPS being involved. She was blaming all of that on Barbara. So to my knowledge, no. And I do know she did a TikTok live with Brianna De Jesus. And on there, she had also mentioned that she is not in connections with her mom. So I don't think so, Pixie. I don't think so. Oh, so it is. You got it right. Pixie as in pixies or pixie sticks. Okay, okay. Cool. I wanted to ask you. I've wanted to ask you every single time. But so yeah, so she took to Instagram last week and she called out Chelsea, or she didn't call him out, but she said that she wasn't a fan of, didn't talk to. Get down, Mr. Kitty. Mr. Kitty, down. God. Um that she didn't talk to Chelsea Houska, Kaylin Lowry, and Leah Messer. And Leah's another one that I have just loved watching her story unfold, but that is for another day. I've just always been a huge fan of hers, and her story, what she's been through and what she's shared publicly with us. I think I relate to Leah the most, so I've kind of always just been a huge fan of hers. But yeah, Jenelle renewed her interest in Chelsea and kind of focused on Chelsea too in this little Instagram thing she did, saying that it stemmed from a comment Houska made during a recent interview in April. And that's the interview I'm talking about. It was her and her husband Cole. They sat down with Access Hollywood. That's who it was, to discuss their work on Down Home Fab. During the interview, Houska was asked about the separation, and that is all she said. She said she admitted that she doesn't talk to Jenelle much, and that she couldn't imagine having a separation be so public, in the public eye like that, but she wishes Jenelle well. Nothing about that is bad. Nothing about that is not shady. Nothing. Houska then moved on to another topic. She went out of her way to change the topic and got back into talking about the show and completely deterred the conversation from Jenelle, which I think is extremely respectful, especially when you don't owe that to this person. But Chelsea has always been very respectable like that and kind of stays in her own lane. That's what I just adore about her. She just minds her own business. You know what I mean? The show has always tried to get them to kind of fight at each other or make comments that they can skew because drama sells, as we all know. But Chelsea has always not fallen into that trap. You know, like she's always found a way to spin it in a positive instead of letting it be weaponized against her, and that's amazing. The mother of 4 departed Teen Mom 2 in 2020, a year after Jenelle was fired from the franchise. Houska quit the MTV series to focus on other projects. Chelsea has a show on HGTV called Down Home Fab, and she also and a clothing line. She has a clothing line too, which I have seen on Instagram. She's pretty big on Instagram and it's cute, you guys. If you haven't seen her little clothing line, it's adorable. Y'all should go check it out. Now, Jenelle, on the other hand, if we were comparing business ventures, which we're not, but we are, Jenelle, after she left Teen Mom, she attempted to launch a makeup line that unfortunately did not go in her favor. It went very bad. There was a lot of drama around it due to her current past stuff that happened with David. David has always drug her down, and continues to. Even in this separation, their back and forth has been unreal. The things that they have said, just all of it, and that has really affected Jenelle's career a lot. So her makeup line didn't do so great. It kind of never really took off, to be fair. And it says here, Chelsea's comment was pretty neutral. There was nothing bad about it, like I just said. But for some reason, Jenelle took it as an opportunity to call her out of her name and try to slam her in this Instagram Q&A. It says, a fan allegedly asked Jenelle if she was still in contact with her former castmates. Jenelle said she was not in contact with, like I said, Chelsea, Kaylin, and Leah. While she didn't call out Kaylin or Leah by name, she did call out Chelsea by name, and she said that it was funny to her that Chelsea played nice, in quotation marks, during her interview despite not reaching out to her. She went on to say they were all two-faced in a separate question. Jenelle attacked Houska further, claiming that the HGTV star has always hated her and has never acted as a friend to her. Here's the thing, though, okay? Just because you work together, you don't got to be friends. And if your personalities don't mesh or whatever, like, you can be friendly to someone, especially if you work with them and it's a coworker, you should try to be friendly with them. But if they're not your cup of tea, or that you don't mesh together, or whatever the case, you don't fake the funk. Don't fake the funk. And I think Chelsea is not playing nice. Chelsea really is just a nice person and probably hasn't treated Jenelle any different than she would anyone else. So I find it comical that Janelle's trying to turn this in a reason to attack her or call her out of her name and call her two-faced. I also just have to say, hey Tina, hey Bliss Chris, good morning ladies, how are you? I also just have to say, I get so frustrated as a fellow nice person when people call that two-faced. It's like, just because you're nice or you're friendly or whatever with people does not make you two-faced. Everyone may deal with things differently. And I know some people, hey Michael, how are you? I know some people, they'll have, if they don't like you or you're not their cup of tea, they're going to be snooty. They're going to snub their nose up. They're going to let you know you're not their cup of tea. But not everybody deals with things like that. I'm just a friendly person. Whether you're friendly to me or not, I'm a friendly person. I don't like confrontation. I don't like, all of there's a reason for like the tension and all that craziness. And I get that same vibe from Chelsea. Like, she just wants things to be cool, and there's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't make someone fake or two-faced or whatever. We keep our opinions to ourselves, right? And we just make the best of a situation. Now, granted, not always. Like, I'm not perfect. There are some people that I just can't. But I try for the most part to be friendly, to be surface level, kosher, whatever you call it, right? And I think I get the same vibes from Chelsea, and that's not a reason to drag her. When there's been plenty of times Jenelle has spoke on her and spoke on her name like this for literally no reason. Like, at this point, like, Chelsea doesn't have to be nice to her, yet Chelsea is, because she's just a nice person. So let's keep going here. And then I want to talk about her and David's separation a little bit. Keep your opinions to yourself. Oh my God, can people actually do that? No, actually, to be fair, I don't think so. But I think some opinions, let me correct that. Some opinions are best kept to yourself. But Again, it depends on who you are. Not everyone thinks that way. Jenelle won't need to come face to face with Chelsea or Kaylin anytime soon, but she will be working with Leah. So that's going to be interesting. And I do think that that's probably going to play out because she made these little comments, or Janelle's going to get sassy with her or something. But it says here that they don't have any scenes together in this season. However, I just know how MTV works. If they think that they can make a drama moment out of it, or like, you know, um, do something with it to get views, they will. They most definitely will put Leah and Jenelle in the same vicinity to see what happens. However, Leah is more like my vibe. Like Chelsea is nice, nice, nice all the time. Leah is too, and she's very professional, but she also has a breaking point, and she will pop off if you keep on. And I think that's more my vibe. Like after you push so far, like sooner or later I'm a pop off, you know, but I'll try to bite my tongue until I just can't bite it no more. So that's the drama and that's the tea with Jenelle when it comes to her just trying to create issues. And all of this is promotion, you guys. Like, that's the thing. Jenelle, they brought Jenelle on the show for one purpose, and that was to bring views back up. They talked so much smack about Jenelle after she left. Jenelle talked so much crap about them. It's unreal. And so it's a little ironic to me that she's going back to the show. It's obvious that they're bringing her back for one purpose, and that is because of the fact that their stuff is the views suck. The views suck. I don't know. I used to be a huge Teen Mom fan, you guys, and I don't really watch it. Of course, I'm going to watch this season. Why? Because Janelle's on. So see, that's what I mean. They do it on purpose. Hey, Indica. Oh, thank you. Oh, come on. You're such an... Anyways, so yeah. Let's see. There was one thing I wanted to talk about when it comes to David and Jenelle. She was granted a 6-month restraining order against David recently. That did happen, which I'm so happy to hear. Now, I don't think that involves the kids. I may be wrong. I'm going to look through this really quick, but I don't think so. I think that is just for her. But as you guys know, they have been going to, court. They've been battling it out with all of this stuff. And it says here, Teen Mom star Jenelle has been granted a restraining order against her estranged husband, David Eason. A judge granted Evans' request for a 6-month domestic violence protective order for her and, okay, see, I'm wrong. I shouldn't speak before I read. Her 3 children from David. And this happened on May 16th, Thursday, May 16th. Jenelle is excited to move forward with her life. She's focused on her children, herself, and her career, is what Janelle's manager, August Keene, told People's Magazine. She expressed huge relief after the judge granted the restraining order. She hasn't been this happy in a very long time. Big things are already lined up for her, and she looks forward to her bright future. A lot of surprises in store, which can be seen on future episodes of Teen Mom. People also reached out to representatives for David, and of course, nothing was said, but David has been fairly loud on social media. I have seen that. Like when they first separated, he was going live to talk about her and just bring her up and just say stuff about her. Like it's been this whole back and forth thing on social media. But now with this protective order, fingers crossed, hopefully that will somewhat put an end to the craziness. Thank you. Appreciate it, Indica. The 16 and pregnant alum's attorney, Brandon Pettyjohn, told the U.S. Sun that under the protective order, Eason would be unable to post about Evans or her children on social media or visit the children at school. He would also be required to surrender his firearms, which is a plus, is such a plus. That makes me very happy to hear because some people just do not need firearms. And in my personal opinion, David is one of them. David is one of them. Pettyjohn added that there are no provisions that were made to Jenelle and David's active child custody case over their daughter Inslee. Um, Evans also shared son Jace with her ex Andrew Lewis and Kaiser with her ex Nathan, which we all know. The couple legally separated in March after 6 years together. 6 crazy emotional roller coaster years. And honestly, if we count all the separations, I don't even think it was 6 years. But nonetheless, that's 6 years. Can you guys imagine? All of this has happened in 6 years. That's crazy. They've had so much drama between the first CPS case, all the separations in between, the situation with Jace, so much chaos and madness in the 6 years. It's heartbreaking, but at the same time, I'm glad that they are now separated, and I hope that it's given Jenelle time to like really think about what's best for her and for her kids, and I wish them well. I really do. I have so much criticism for Jenelle, but when it comes to this situation, I am happy for her, and I just hope she's doing it for the right reasons, and that she is, now that she is away, because I always said it was one of two things. I always said that it was either, just the simple fact that she truly believed the things she was saying about David and defending him, or it was an abusive situation, because it was obvious to me that David had a lot of abusive traits. I mean, we've seen those publicly, so I could imagine what it was like behind the scenes. And that's sad. And no matter what criticism I may have for Jenelle, I don't think she nor anyone deserves to be in a situation like that. So I'm happy for her on that front, and especially the children, but it says here that the couple legally separated back in March. We talked about that a little bit here after 6 years, and they publicly announced, Jenelle did, the news on TikTok with the initial TikTok to Lady Gaga's applause, saying, "Can I get an applause?" You guys, I was so petty about that, because girl, don't you expect us to sit here and be like, "Go Jenelle, so happy for you, you did the right thing," when we've been telling you for 6 years? Don't you do that. Don't you do that. I'm happy for you, girl. I'm happy, but don't you expect that. No. Oh, thank you, Tina. I know I look a mess. I know I do. But I appreciate you being here. It's early, okay? We're doing our skincare. People need to chill. Anyways, so it says here, the couple, in a follow-up video, she explained that she needed to file for separation before filing for divorce in North Carolina. And I think we talked about that too. I may have done a TikTok video about that. But according to Jenelle, the way it works in North Carolina is that couples are required to be separated legally for a year, and within that time have no time together or anything. You have to be fully legally separated for a year at separate addresses, which has been difficult as they never wanted to leave their home. She said, "Whenever I had the window of opportunity that I was able to file for separation, and I filed something called separation by bed and board." She shared, "If you guys see each other even one singular time, that makes the whole thing null and void." I don't, together for just a night, but then you argue and you're like, "Nah, this isn't going good. It doesn't matter. The clock restarts." So that's what's very particular there. And that is crazy, but also, if you didn't tell anybody, who would know? I don't know. I don't know. That's a little iffy to me, because I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to keep my thoughts on that to myself. Evans and Eason tied the knot in September 2017, though the pair have had a rocky relationship since their splitting in October 2019 and reconciling in early 2020. Evans previously opened up about her decision to get back together during a YouTube Q&A, saying, "Me and him are deciding to work things out right now, and we're taking it slowly." But they didn't. You guys, long story short, it has been an emotional roller coaster. It's been up and down, but it appears now that things really are on the mend. And their marriage, as rocky as it's been, I'm I'm glad. I'm happy for them. I think it's for the best. I've been thinking that. I've thought that this whole time. But I also do find it ironic that as soon as they separate, she's back on the show that she talked so much crap about. She's back to talking all this crap about the Teen Mom people, because if you guys recall, she did that. She's done that throughout all these years since she left the show. Whenever every so many months she would talk about one of them or try to expose something. So of course the drama is going to be on a 10 when it comes to this new season of Teen Mom Next Chapter. So you guys stay tuned. I will be covering that loosely when there's something to talk about. And I'm sure with this season and Jenelle being back, there's going to be plenty to talk about. I'm positive of that. So y'all stay tuned for that. I hope you're having a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Thank y'all for hopping on here with me. I just wanted to kind of come on and chat with y'all about this. I may go live later on. I've got a few other topics that I do want to talk about, but I will have my face on, okay? I will have my face on if I do come back and everything. I just wanted to come on and drink some coffee with y'all, chit chat for a few minutes, and kind of see what you guys think. So let me know in the comments down below. Are you excited to see Jenelle in this new season? Or are you like, oh, this is such a money grab and it's not going to be pretty? Let me know. Are you going to be tuning in? Let me know all the things, all your thoughts and opinions on the whole situation in the comments down below. Also, if you haven't already, please consider liking this live and subscribing so that you don't miss any future content. I'm back. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. So I'm a little rusty, you guys, but we're going to get there. We're going to get there. Just stick it out with me. I promise you won't regret it. And yeah, I hope you guys have a lovely remainder of your weekend. And until the next one, bye, y'all.